Today, we're going to dive into a really old story from the Mahabharata. But don't let its age fool you. This isn't just some myth, it's more like a guide to life, all wrapped up in what might be the most high stakes interview of all time, the Yaksha questions.
So, I want you to imagine an interview, but forget about landing a job. Here, your answers literally decide if you live or die. That's the story we're getting into, a wild encounter that holds some timeless wisdom for, well, all of us. Now, our story actually starts years after the main events. We've got King Yudhishthira. He's a ruler now, and he's looking around and seeing signs of a troubled age coming. He feels this urgent need to share a really powerful memory from his past, almost like a guide for his people. And he flashes back to the 12th year of his exile. He and his 4 brothers, you know them, the Pandavas, they were wandering through this desolate forest, and they were just tormented by this desperate, burning thirst. Their search for water leads them to this strange, kind of enchanted-looking lake. And this is where they face the riddle of the lake. The water looks perfect, crystal clear, so inviting, but you get the sense something's not right. It's guarded by a hidden entity, and there's a deadly test involved. The youngest brother, Nakul, he is just so thirsty he can't wait. He rushes to drink. A voice from nowhere warns him not to, but he ignores it. He takes a drink, and just like that, he falls, lifeless. His twin, Sahadeva, sees his brother go down and runs over to him. He's confused, he's desperate, and he does the same thing. He drinks from the lake and meets the exact same tragic fate. Then comes the mighty Bhima, the powerhouse. He's filled with rage and grief. He's yelling, challenging this unseen voice, but his own thirst just gets the better of him. He drinks, and even the strongest of all the brothers is struck down. Finally, the great archer Arjuna arrives. He's super confident in his own power, and he also defies the warning. He takes a drink, and he falls. 4 brothers, just gone. Only Yudhishthira is left. So Yudhishthira approaches the lake, grieving his brothers, and that bodiless voice speaks again. But this time, it's with this absolute authority. Without my permission, do not drink. This was the voice of the Yaksha, the guardian of the lake, and the rules of the game were suddenly very, very clear. What happens next isn't a battle of swords and bows. Nope, this is a battle of wits. This is life's deepest interview. It's a series of questions that just cut right to the heart of what it means to exist, to live a good life. So the Yaksha begins. He asks, "Tell me, what is swifter than the wind?" And Yudhishthira's answer is just immediate. It's brilliant. The mind. It makes perfect sense, right? Our thoughts can go anywhere in an instant, way faster than any physical force on Earth. The Yaksha continues, digging deeper into the human condition. All right, he asks, who has the deepest sleep? And it's not about having a comfy mattress. Yudhishthira says, the one who is not worried about tomorrow. True rest, that real deep peace. It comes from a mind that's free of anxiety. And then we get to it. The most famous, the most central question of this entire dialogue. The Yaksha asks, what is the greatest wonder? Yudhishthira's answer here is maybe one of the most profound things ever said about being human. He says, every day people die, yet the living think they are immortal. This truly is the greatest wonder. I mean, just think about that. It's this powerful, jarring look at the contradiction at the heart of our existence. And then the questions just started coming in this rapid-fire succession, like a lightning round testing Yudhishthira's knowledge. What's the foundation of the earth? Truth. Of heaven. Austerity. Of the state. Policy. Each answer was so concise, so correct. It showed he had this complete grasp on how the cosmic and social orders work. Okay, so the Yaksha is clearly impressed. But he's not done yet. He moves to the final test, the ultimate revelation. This wasn't just about what you know anymore. This was about understanding the very nature of action itself. So he gives him this final metaphorical riddle. On a single banyan tree, 4 brothers climbed. One fell, one jumped, one was paralyzed by fear, and one reached the top quietly. Who survived? And Yudhishthira's logic here is just flawless. He breaks it down. The one who fell is dead. The one who jumped to his death, well, he's also gone. The one who was paralyzed by fear, he's as good as dead, right? So the only one who truly survived is the one who reached the top quietly, the one who actually acted.
The Yaksha confirms his thinking and basically explains that this is the rule of life itself. True success, it's defined as this: to act without doubt or fear. It's not just about thinking about it or knowing the right answer, it's about actually doing the thing. And with all the questions answered perfectly, Yudhishthira's brothers were brought back to life. And then, get this, the Yaksha revealed his true form. He was Dharma, the god of righteousness himself, and Yudhishthira's divine father. This whole terrifying ordeal, it was a divine test of wisdom and character.
But this profound wisdom, it wasn't just meant to stay as some abstract philosophy. When Yudhishthira eventually became king, it became the actual practical foundation for how he governed. It shaped his entire kingdom.
He literally brought this Q&A format directly into his court. A farmer might come up and ask, "What is the greatest wealth?" And the answer, based on this wisdom, would be, "One's children." A merchant might ask, "What is the greatest enemy?" And the answer, "Greed." This dialogue became the very basis of policy. And that brings us all the way to today, because the story ends with a timeless question that really echoes through the ages, especially in our crazy, frantic world. In this era where everyone is just rushing around, the Yaksha stops us and asks a very simple, very profound question. Why are you running? The story seems to suggest that the only things that can really guide us are the answers to life's most fundamental questions. A powerful thought to leave you with.